That's where it was retrieved by the off-duty officer. In the meantime, people see Curtis rubbing his head, adjusting his glasses. You're going to hear various accounts of that. Police come in, handcuff him, take him out. In the meantime, Curtis is concerned. He's concerned that somebody's going to get hurt. He knows that when these sort of calls come out to law enforcement, when they hear there's a shooting in the theater, they're coming in, I guess, hot would be a term. They're coming in thinking something might be happening here. And so he's concerned for his wife to move over. His son comes and gets his wife and takes her out of there. And she is interviewed, Vivian Reeves. When police interviewed the off-duty Sumter, they interviewed the wife with the husband present. Not the best technique. I'm sure it was for human purposes, but it just doesn't help the investigation. Let's talk about the little bit about the investigation. Number one, you already know that these individuals just given these slips to fill out and willy-nilly just let go. They weren't separated until a while later. That's not good. The detective who arrested Mr. Reeves, he arrested him before he went into the theater. Before he went into the theater. Here's something else. There's a video. We all know it. We've talked about the video. Guess what? That detective didn't even go to look at the video. Imagine that. Police work 101. Robbery at a 7-Eleven. I'm going to go ask the guy behind the desk, is there a video? Shooting in a movie theater. Maybe consider whether it's justifiable use of force. Let me see what I can see on this thing. Doesn't look at the video. What happens to the video? That's interesting. What happens to that video is in the middle of the night, corporate. The owners of the Cobb Theater sent somebody at the middle of the night to take those hard drives away to Alabama. And when the Pasco County Sheriff's Office finally realizes that this is probably something they should have and look at, days later, they go to where? Corporate? No. They go to a lawyer's office in Alabama to pick up these hard drives. And then guess what happens to the equipment? It gets dismantled. And why is that important? Because there's going to be an issue in this case regarding, you're going to see in these videos, as crummy as there are, there's something that looks like a light. It happens about the time when Curtis Reeves got hit by a cell phone, got punched, something happened. We know for sure that the cell phone was found between Curtis Reeves' feet. That we know for sure, and we have a photograph of that, and everybody agrees with that. So how did it get there? Well, the video seems to show that, but it's not really clear. And so what we did is we got Michael Knox, went to the theater at 2 in the morning. We tried to recreate it. The problem was that we brought the shoes to see if we could do something with that. The problem was that the whole system had been dismantled. So we couldn't conduct any sort of investigation to be able to either rule out or rule in what that reflection was. Curtis Reeves did have a reflection on his shoe. You're going to see that. We know he does. You're going to see it flat. It looks like it pops up on the screen. There are all kinds of weird little white spots and all of that. Like I said, it's not the finest of videos. But even if it is his foot, then is that he crosses his leg? Because, by the way, this is very important, and I almost forgot it. When Curtis Reeves comes back from speaking to the manager, he comes in, reaches down, gets his popcorn from his wife, Vivian, puts it in his left hand, and crosses his legs. So is that somebody that's really engaging somebody again? Is that somebody that's saying, ha-ha? Is that somebody that's there to rub it in? Or is that somebody there that's just trying to enjoy the movie and apologize and say sorry? Because that's what happens. You can see that on the video. Okay, the state told you there's a lot of witnesses. They may not call some. There's some crucial witnesses, some vital witnesses you need to hear from. If they don't call them, we will. You'll hear from them because you need to hear from them. Now let's look at some of these visual aids I have to kind of illustrate what I've been talking to you, if we can. Your Honor? Thank you. File 1, please, Mr. Funderburk. These are some of the certificates of training that Mr. Reeves collected over his many years. 328 hours of training in the police academy, 328 hours. Florida Institute for Law Enforcement certificate. Department of the Army certificate of training for the Tampa Police Department. State of Florida Police Standards certificate of recognition. FBI certificate of attendance, Special Tactical Firearms School. Survival tactics. Next page, please. Tampa Police Academy, advanced training, inspector techniques, so that he can train his men, so that he can ensure their safety, so they can come home to their family. FBI training school, effective communication. Commission on Criminal Justice training. Department of Justice, standard and training. His training is not just local, it's not just state, it's nationwide. It's federal and it's local. Next page, please, Mr. Funderburk. These are some of the training he received when he was with Bush Entertainment. Because now, although you're applying the principles of your law enforcement training of 27 years, and you're training people in law enforcement for 27 years, you're looking at it from the perspective of the enjoyment of an experience, like being in the movies, right? Okay. Let's go with number 2, please. Ready? All right. Let's get inside the movie theater. The cameras are somewhere back here, up here high. I think they're 30 feet up. And they are facing down, but they capture the first few rows. Mr. Curtis Reeves and Vivian Reeves are somewhere around here. Chad and Nicole Olson, Mr. and Mrs. Olson are somewhere here. You have Mr. and Mrs. Reeves are in these 2 seats here. You have the Hamiltons you're going to hear about, they're out here. And the Turners that I talked to you about, they're over here on the same row. And by the way, Angela Hamilton, even though she was 7 to 9 seats away, still could hear Chad Olson's voice over the previews. So the prosecutor's telling you, number 1, they're a whole row away. They're a whole seat away. As if to create the illusion that they are an ocean apart, or at least very far apart. Not true. Line 3. Ready? All right. This is that stipulation the state told you about, an agreement that Chad was not texting his effing daughter, as he associated with Facebook, link to Facebook, profootballmock.com. A missed call around that time. So, it wasn't true what Chad Olson said. Is that part of just being angry? Number 4, please. Ready? Ready? All right. Before we, don't start it yet. Before we watch this video, let me tell you a little bit about it. There's several cameras. This camera that you're looking at here is kind of the front as you're walking into the area where the theaters are, past the concession stands and all of that. There's another camera at the front desk where you actually pay. Those are in color. What you're going to see in the theaters.
We need to step aside for a break right now, but don't worry, you're going to see all of this and all of that video when we come back. We're hitting pause. This is Court TV Live, your front row seat to justice.
It's a tragedy that captivated the country.
Police officers shot and killed Breonna Taylor in a botched raid on her home.
Somebody shot my girlfriend.
Only one of them, Brett Hankinson, is facing charges.
The charges have nothing to do with the shooting death of Breonna Taylor.
The indictment had to do with bullets that went into an adjacent home.
Please continue to say her name.
The Breonna Taylor botched raid trial. Live coverage starting February 22nd, only on Court TV.
First time that I used the personal microderm, I found it was so easy to use. It's so
Department I talked to you about is going to tell you how that works. The way it works is when you watch a surveillance video, like a home surveillance video, in this case, it's in a theater, you look at it, it appears that something is constantly happening. What happens in these motion-activated videos is that when the recorder actually stops recording so that it's more pleasing to the eye, it'll continue the same images. The same images, same image, same image until something else happens. What these videos do is take away the images where the camera is not recording. And so what you're going to see, there are going to be large gaps because that's what the camera was actually recording at the time. Go ahead, Matt. Mr. Reeves, Mrs. Reeves. Okay. Pause it, please. Okay, walking into the theater. You can see they're taking their seats along the back row. This is the Sino Bistro area we talked about over here. There are 2 cameras you can see. One obviously is recording from this side. The other one is recording from over here somewhere, and that's this, what's called the camera 12 recording. This black screen here, this is what I talked to you about. So what's interesting about this is you would think that if one camera is sensing action, is sensing movement, that both cameras would. But as you can see, that's not the case. And how they work exactly, no one knows. They took the cameras. The hardware, they took the drives, and I mean, this is what we have. And so you will see, this is what you'll be seeing. This is the timestamp at the bottom. So you'll see actually how long things take to happen. So Curtis Reeves, Vivian Reeves come in. What is that? The answer is, don't know. Could be his popcorn. Why is it shiny? Poor resolution. Don't know. That's what the camera picked up. And so that's Mr. Reeves sitting down. Curtis Reeves, Vivian Reeves. 13, 14, 47. They go down into the thousandths of a second. Okay, let's go forward a little bit, please. Mr. Funderburk. Sit down. Popcorn in his left hand. Okay, let's move forward a little bit. We're skipping parts of it because nothing's happening. You'll be able to see the whole thing with all the black screens. This tells you obviously when the next image will be appearing for camera 12 and camera 11 respectively, I should say. Okay. Okay, Mr. Reeves leaning forward, getting up. Now this is when he's going to see the manager. All right, let's stop it, please. Go back a little bit, Mr. Funderburk. Okay, let's let it run there. All right, hold on, stop. All right, putting down his popcorn. Go ahead. Stop. Back a little bit. He's using the wall for his balance. That's not what the prosecutor told you. The prosecutor told you just zips down the aisle, trying to make it seem that way anyway. I know he didn't say that.
Your Honor, I haven't. This is argument. This isn't what you're going to see. He's pitting one against the other. It's not proper for opening. This is pure argument.
I'll rephrase
I object to it.
I'll rephrase. What the evidence will show, not what was represented to you by the prosecutor, the evidence will show that Mr. Reeves did not walk down the aisle with any ease. The evidence will show that Mr. Reeves used the wall for balance. Go ahead, Mr. Funderburk. Here he is leaving. Mr. Reeves going to the service desk. Okay, let's pause it, please. All right. Thomas Peck, manager, service desk. Dawn Michelle Simpson. Those are the players. You're going to hear from them. Both of them are saying, and will say, because it's the truth, that when Mr. Reeves can't come.
Your Honor.
Sustained.
Thomas Peck is going to say that Mr. Reeves was calm. The evidence will show that Dawn Michelle Simpson will say the same thing. You can make up your mind to see if it's consistent, because the judge is going to tell you that you can judge the credibility of a witness to see if their statement matches up with another's. That's your decision to make. They're both going to say the same thing. Continue, please, Mr. Funderburk. Here's Mr. Reeves at the desk, waiting his turn. Waiting for Miss Simpson to write down the movie posters she's looking for. Back into theater 10. Sitting in his seat. Got his popcorn in his left hand. Okay, stop there, please. Let's go to, if you would please, file number 6. What you saw very briefly on this camera is isolated because a video is just a series like a movie is of frames. These are the frames that are within this video. Okay, Mr. Funderburk, if you would toggle forward, please. Okay, hold on. Chad Olson. Chad Olson coming over his chair. That's not the popcorn. That happens shortly. So although the argument was made that the evidence will show this is over popcorn, the evidence will show that this is a first attack. Mr. Reeves is back in his seat, popcorn in his hand, getting ready to enjoy the movie. Explosion. This is what happens. Go ahead. Back and forth, please. Okay. Here's that. That's that shiny thing. Is that the cell phone? We have no way to prove it. We have no way to prove it because, frankly, the theater did what they did by moving things around. And so we can't prove it. But certainly, we can see, please, Mr. Funderburg. Is that the reflection on his shoe? That's for you to decide. I can't tell you what it is, and nobody can. But clearly,
Ron, I object. This goes beyond opening statement.
the evidence will show that Chad Olson, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't give you a chance to rule.
So stay.
Okay, it is rare to see objections happening in opening statements, and we've seen a few made by the prosecution. Just noting that that's odd tells me this is going to be a very contentious battle fought in the courtroom. We're hitting the pause button, so to speak. We're going to pick back up right after this quick break. Thank you for being with us here on Court TV Live.
Do you know you can get your prescriptions for less? You can with GoodRx, the free app that gets you discounts at your local pharmacy.
If a customer is about to pay a high price, I have them check GoodRx, even if they have insurance.
You can also compare prices and have your doctor send it where it's the lowest.
Can you send it here?
Sure. It works at over 70,000 pharmacies across the country.
I use GoodRx at Walmart.
I use it at Kroger.
We're a Rite Aid family.
Here's a tip. Before you drop off your prescription, just check the app.
To save on your prescriptions, check GoodRx.
When you enter your home, what do you smell? Is it fresh air? Or are you smelling soil?
Tells me this is a very contentious battle these teams of lawyers are going to be fighting. That's Curtis Reeves, the defendant, 79 years old as he sits there today. He was 71 at the time of the incident, a decorated police captain, started up the SWAT team in Tampa, Florida at his former department. Now he finds himself on the other side of the law. Let's watch.
Didn't just talk to Mr. Reeves and didn't just reach over the seat. The evidence will show this, that Chad Olson at 13, 26, 25, 422 came over his seat to the extent that his head and his arm appear to be in the road. They're in the road. One more time, please, Mr. Funderburg, for us. Okay, thank you. Let's go back to number 4, please, Mr. Funderburg. Okay, go ahead, please. Okay. Let's go to, if we could, please. Let's go to file 8. All right. Was it over popcorn? It's your decision. The evidence will show that it happened mighty fast. It happened lightning quick. These individual photos strung together will put you in the place of Curtis Reeves, because you'll be able to see what he saw. Did he see somebody who announced, "I'm going to take your popcorn"? There's going to be no evidence of that. Did he know that Chad Olson was going to take his popcorn? He's a man. He's got popcorn in his lap. Prosecutor talked about the evidence will show that Curtis Reeves invaded Mr. Olson's space. We've already had one invasion of space, if you will, after a violent outburst. Now we have this.
This is inappropriate for opening argument.
The evidence will show that there's already been one violent outburst. And this is the second. Is that Mr. Funderburk? Okay. Step one. Chad Olson. His arm coming across. Stop it. Again. It certainly appears to be a head and an arm coming across. You make that decision.
Is there an objection?
Yes, Your Honor. It's one thing to say what the facts are, but he's interjecting his own personal opinions in an opening statement. It's not appropriate.
Let's stick to opening statements. What's his name?
Let's do it this way. You're Curtis Reeves, you're sitting there. You don't see someone taking your popcorn all at once. The evidence will show that you don't. Mr. Reeves will say that he didn't know there was popcorn being thrown. He didn't know there was popcorn being taken. Go ahead, Mr. Funderburk, if you would. Now look at this. Okay, stop, please. We have another motion, right? Motion appears to be the arm.
Your Honor, again, I object. These personal interjections of his personal assessment of the video is not appropriate in opening statement.
Let's discuss this at the bench.